Great afternoon. Let's see if I can get a read, get some information on 45 and having him dismissed, not even being put on the ballot. The 14th Amendment. Will they get him off the ballot? What can you tell us? How is that going about taking him off the ballot? Will that go through? What's going on with it? Well, we have the Trumpian clan. We have the Magatonians. First thing coming out about the Magatonians. And we have going into it in the past and coming into it is the desires, the wish-fulfilling thing that he's pushing. Okay. Now he keeps pushing all of this stuff about, and right now we have looking at ending this, because he's going to keep pushing the drama. The challenge is the message, what's being put out, the mindset, and they're looking deeper into this. The message, they're looking into it. We've got the Trumpian clan, of course, and there are those that are working to end this, of him pushing, again, to be on the ballot. Above it, we have Emperor, ruling, leading, and we're looking at going into it and something new coming in. The challenge is the history. Will they be able to prove this enough? Underneath of it, new ideas, new things concerning it, rapidly coming forward. And the challenge is holding on to power. Who's got the power? Underneath of it all, we have the Pandora's box, wanting to make him retreat, putting swords in the back of his bid to go forward. We have democracy, and this is about holding on to evidence and looking at the world thing from it. Okay, trying to stop it because of the nightmare that's going on, and we have the burden. Ooh, just so many cards. What's being worked on is his abuse of power, and this is being juggled, and they are trying to temper it. And again, he's trying to hold on with a lot of fantasy. And then we have those that are supporting the strong ideation for him to face the loss. Okay, so, ooh, I've got so many cards here. Let's see if we can break this down. Trying to see what all we have here. Okay, at the center of it, we have the Trumpian clan. And we have his trying to have his wish-fulfilling thing going forward. And yet underneath of it, we're trying to keep the lid on the Pandora's box of all this stuff. When it comes to democracy, hold on, I gotta do these in order. When it comes to democracy, do I have any more? We have a lot of the fantasy and drama being put out, and we have who's going to support what for this loss. Will there be enough that support this loss of, oh, and we have to look at the history, okay, behind it, okay? underneath of it, we have the new ideas concerning this. And the challenge is the message being put out there of trying to get this retreated, trying to stop him. Okay? Because this is a nightmare scenario for the country, looking at his abuse of power. Hold on. And so we have to have the strong ideology here. Above it, going into it, something new coming out, holding on to the evidence, looking at the evidence, what's being worked on, is trying to balance this, and then this attempting to hold on. The foundation is this is rapid moving about who's got what power where, and we've got the burden of this going on. So let's see what's driving this underneath of it all. And let's see what we have. We have his attempting to, again, drive things. We want the ending, so they're doing the investigation as to how they can bring this to its conclusion and hang him up, stop him, and temper this. So it just is telling us what they're working on. I don't think it's to a point now yet where we can get the whole happening. It's too early to say because we have free will, you know. But let's pull some more 3 cards and just see if it'll tell us any more. But I think it may be a little too early to have a conclusion. It's about the fishtails and loss going forward. Okay. Some loss. Let's see what we have. The loss of the fishtails, about the supporters. Okay. And driving it, you know, wanting to distance themselves, and what's gone behind the scenes, and again, what is being spoken about, what's being put out there. You know, I think a lot of this has to do with the Trumpian saga, the Magatonians, the trumpets out there too, in all of their illusion and delusion, and ones like, you know, Breitbart, and the ones like, you know, Tucker Carlson, and those that keep just putting the lies and spin out there. So what we have in charging forward with this, taking action, we have the dark element. We all know who that is, and the payoffs. So let's pull some more clarifiers with the dark element, charging forward, kind of out in the cold with this a bit. Charging forward, what's being given, again, trying to get away with it. And trying to move things, but it's going very slowly. Okay? Again, he's trying to get away with it. In a way, he's kind of out in the cold with that, but I think it's just the process of this taking time is what that looks like, because they want to charge forward. Okay, we have here above it trying to charge forward, but underneath of it we have that it's not moving quickly. Okay, they want to move this as quick as they can, but it's, you know, it's just taking time. And when it comes to his dark element, wanting to move it forward, in a way he's out in the cold. But we see that he's, again, trying to get away with it. He'll continue to try to put out his spin and lies on his Lies Central with all the videos that he's putting out, trying to taint a jury pool, trying to taint people's ideology about it. And so that's what they're kind of working against as well. And while they want to move this forward as quickly as they can, it seems like at this point they're a bit stymied and it's going much slower than what they would like. Like I said, I think it's going to take him being convicted first, and then at that point they would move. So let me ask that. What about him being convicted first and then they move this forward? It's about the desire, the wish-fulfilling thing, what's being pushed with the people connected, and bringing an end to this, okay? Clarification, it's being worked on. They're building this now. When it comes to holding on to the power, who's got the power, and they're moving this forward as quickly as they can. They're doing whatever action they can, whoever's in charge, to put an end to this as quickly as they can. And again, I think the work has to be done first with the people when it comes to convicting him, and then they can move it forward. Because we have here, this is moving as rapidly as they can. When it comes to the desires for this, for the people and things, it's being worked on behind the scenes. And it's going to take that holding on to that power. I think this is Jack Smith, and that coming to the end of that, okay, before they can move forward to really take him off the ballot. I think at that point they'd be more willing to move on the 14th Amendment. You know, they still have those people saying, well, you know, even though it's clear and it says there doesn't need to be conviction or anything to move on that, but it looks like it's still stymied and held up by that ideology. So anyway, on that note, thank you for your question, and I'll see you online.